Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the 2017 Minnesota Vikings Fantasy Draft Rebuild here on Madden 24. So, in the last episode, I posed a question. Did I make a mistake in trading away Joshua Allen? Josh Allen, we had him since 2018. We drafted him. He was one of our first, if not the first, draft pick we ever made in this series. And he got us to a Super Bowl, but obviously we lost it. But he did get us there. And now we've moved on from him. He's no longer here. We have Joe Burrow now. Joe Burrow last episode, did not perform up to the standards that Josh had set. And we didn't really perform that well overall as a team. So I'm a little bit concerned that I made the wrong choice. But on the good side of things, Amon-Ra St. Brown had a good enough season to go up from superstar to superstar X Factor, and so did Joe Burrow. So now that we have both Amon-Ra and Joe Burrow as X Factors, having an X Factor quarterback is a must in Madden. You have to have an X Factor quarterback if you want to be ultra good. Especially in like actual games when you play them, when you jump in and play them, but certainly in simulation it obviously helps. So having Joe Burrow, he is a little bit of a low overall right now, but having him have X Factor is very nice. The rest of the team is built pretty much around him. We could just use like some pieces here and there for depth reasons, and maybe an actual starting center instead of Braden Smith still, but we're still working on that. And the draft that we have right now, I think, is the 2023 draft, right? I think it's Bryce Young, it's C.J. Stroud, it's all those guys. So we'll see what happens in this year's draft. But I have a good feeling that Joe Burrow is going to take that next step. At least I hope that Joe Burrow takes that next step in this episode. If you guys are excited, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go find out if indeed Joe Burrow does take that next step. One thing I am a little bit upset with is the fact that Christian McCaffrey, I talked about this at the end of the last episode, Christian McCaffrey is still only star development. At 27 years old, he was supposed to be the replacement for Le'Veon Bell, and he's done a fine job replacing Le'Veon Bell, but he just hasn't. Le'Veon Bell is an X factor. Christian still only having star development kind of hurts, but it's fine. It's still fine. We have great receivers. We have a great tight end and a solid backup. We have a pretty solid offensive line. Like I said, this is pretty much the offensive position that I was talking about the most with needing to pluck in some depth. So that is, well, I mean, we're still good, but we could certainly use some depth in the offensive line. And then the big question is, I did remember we are going to move Rashawn Gary back up to, I think is it right outside or is it left outside? It is going to be right outside linebacker. So we're going to move Rashawn Gary back up to right. He's going to stand back up, and Josh Uche is just going to have to be the backup. He's just not developing at all like I want him to. So we'll move Rashawn Gary back up there. He goes back up. J.J. Watt will get replaced when we draft a defensive lineman, a pass rusher, and hopefully we can grab Jalen Carter to be our defensive tackle too, behind Dexter Lawrence. But we're looking really good. We also probably need to get a replacement for Tyrann Mathieu. He is getting a little bit older at this point. He's 31. So we're probably going to have to look for a replacement free safety because we don't really have one that I trust. But we're looking pretty good still. We are certainly looking pretty good. We have minus $5.78 million in available salary cap. No surprise there. We usually do have that. We usually do have negative money. If you want to see all the stats and all that kind of stuff from what we did in the last episode, go back to the last episode, all that kind of stuff, what happened in the season. All that is in the last episode. But this is the off season here. We're ready to go. I am just going to quickly decline all these trade offers so they're not on my screen anymore. So the negotiation period, I think I have everybody that I need to get back. Well, that's not true because I need to accept these options. Patrick Queen. Is there anybody else? Ooh, there's a lot of people actually. Jalen Johnson. So it's just Davis Webb, Jacoby Myers, and J.J. Watt. Okay, perfect. We can let those guys walk in free agency now that we've accepted the option on everybody else. And we can be good to go. We can certainly be good to go for free agency. Obviously, we're not going to have any money, so we're not going to be signing any free agents, but we can take a little peek skis. Who's available in free agency? Some kickers, some punters, some offensive tackles, but there's nobody that really does anything for me here. There's some interesting special team guys, but that's the type of free agent class where you don't really want to have that much money. But now that that's out of the way, we don't have to worry about free agency. We can go right to the draft. Although I need to remember what our draft capital looks like. What does the draft capital look like? What are we working with? What's the game plan? So we have pick number 5, pick number 9, and pick number 16. So our own pick was pick number 5. That's how bad we did with Joe Burrow. And then we have the Rams' 9th pick, and then the Raiders' 16th pick. We also have a 2, a 3, a 4, 5, a 6, and a 7. And then we have the Raiders' pick next year. Okay, so I may want to trade down to get more assets for the next year, because obviously next year is going to be 2024, Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison, all those kind of guys. But we still have pick 5. Pick 9's not going to have that much value, and obviously the other pick, the Raiders pick, is not going to have that much value at all. But the 5th pick is going to have the most value, and it's still not going to have that much value. Like, really, the only pick with the craziest value is obviously the 1st overall pick. After that, you don't really get crazy trade offers from the CPU teams. Private workouts, though, I kind of have a game plan of who I want. Getting Bijan Robinson would be fantastic. I don't know if he'll fall to us or not. I guess I'll take a look at the mock draft. But I kind of have a plan of who I want to get. I probably want to come away with a tight end. I know we have Isaiah Likely and Travis Kelce, but Kelsey's getting a little bit older now. So if we could come away with a Sam Laporta, that'd be awesome. Like I said, we do need some offensive line help, so I'll do Peter Skoronski, because he could probably move into center if we need him to. There are a couple centers that are fine, like John Michael Smith is fine, but I don't know if we want to go that route or not. Obviously, Paris Johnson Jr. would be fantastic. DeJuan Jones is cool, but I don't know if they've made him as good as he actually is in real life, so who knows. We're probably not going to be top 5 to get Will Anderson. He's probably going to go like top 3, I would think. So Will Anderson's probably out the question, unfortunately. But Jalen Carter certainly is a possibility, so that's good. And then we don't really need a linebacker. I am still looking at Trenton Simpson, and he's probably going to be my 3rd guy because I do want to know exactly how good he is. So Sam Laporta, Skoronski, and Trenton Simpson. And we got to take a look at this mock draft and see just where everybody's projected. Do we need to trade up? Do we need to trade down? What's going to happen? Will Anderson is projected to go number 1 overall to the Jacksonville Jaguars, then CJ Stroud, then Bryce Young, and then Jalen Carter. So we can trade up to number 4, just 1 spot, to get Jalen Carter, which I will do. Devin Witherspoon, Tyree Wilson, Paris Johnson Jr. Then they have us taking Jackson Smith and Jigba. We could stick at number 9 and take Bijan. We could also trade down slightly and take Peter Skoronski, or just take him straight up. And then they have at 16 taking Jordan Addison, which I'm probably not going to do. I would like to get Christian Gonzalez, that's for sure. So we're in a good spot in each of these picks. All we have to do is really trade up 1 spot each way if we want to get either person. I'm definitely going to trade up from 5 to 4. I'm not even going to question that, because I certainly want Jalen Carter. Getting Willie Anderson Jr. would be ideal, and we certainly do need him. We don't need specifically him, but we do need a defensive lineman, especially since J.J. Watt retired. I guess we could still rock with Max Crosby, but I don't feel real comfortable doing that since he's such a low overall still. But we'll trade up 1 spot to get number 4 there. Perfect. So now we have 4, 9, and 16. So now we can take Jalen Carter. Now we have this spot right here. We can take Jalen Carter. And then at number 9, we could probably stick and take either Skoronski or... getting Peter Skoronski would be great. I've been talking about getting offensive line depth, and he's pretty much the best offensive line depth interior-wise that we could have. But then at 16... Should I trade up from 16 to take somebody, or should I stick at 16 and take somebody down the board? I don't know. We don't really need a wide receiver, even though there are some really, really good wide receivers in this class. We don't really need one is the problem. We have Stephon Diggs. We have Amon-Ra St. Brown. We have CeeDee Lamb. We have Terry McLaurin. We have T. Higgins. So we have great wide receivers. We don't need a wide receiver. But I'm probably going to take Peter Skoronski. I'm certainly going to take Jalen Carter. So we have 2 D tackles. Where's Crosby? Did I let Crosby go? No, he's a 59. Why are you so bad, Max Crosby? I almost want to change your overall to make you slightly better. Because you have no reason to be a 59 overall. I know you weren't that great coming out of college, but you developed. Oh, he's a 69. Or he's a 67. He's a 59 because of where he was playing in the depth chart for some reason. Why is he a right outside linebacker, though? Did I not change him to an end? Hold on, I got to get to the bottom of this whole Max Crosby situation. So let's edit the player. Turn him to a right end. And see what happens. So he will be a 69. Nice. But I need to turn him to a left end. My bad. Turn him into a left end. He should honestly probably be a little bit better. I almost want to go in and adjust his overall to like a 75 or something. All right, so Crosby now starts at left end. Oh, Crosby. I don't know what I want to do with you. I mean, you haven't developed since we brought you in. I don't know. I don't know what we want to do with Max Crosby, but I need to go see Peter Skoronski. I need to see how good he actually is. So we have all the wide receivers are 95% or 100%. Sam Laporta we know about. Skoronski's a round 1 true talent. He looks unbelievable. So I think Skoronski's going to be my guy. We're just going to stick at number 16 and take him. I think number 16, right? Hold on. I don't want to make a mistake. Mock draft number 5. So we have pick number 4. Number 9. Oh, see, I would have made a mistake. We need to take him at number 9 or at least trade down to like 11 or something. Okay. See, I would have made a mistake there. I almost thought it was 16, but it's number 9 we need to take him with. So let's start drafting here. We have pick number 4. Number 1 pick in the draft is Will Anderson Jr. No shocker there. Then Bryce Young going to the Commanders. CJ Stroud. The Jets have taken Jalen Carter. When they weren't supposed to. Oh, man. Well, now I'm in a pickle. The Jets just sniped Jalen Carter from me. Wow. Wow. Not what I was game planning for at all. He was projected to go at number 4. They took him at 3. And now I'm left not knowing where to go. How do I pivot from this? How do I pivot? I don't know how I pivot because we don't need a corner really. We're pretty solid on corner. We obviously don't need a quarterback because we have Joe Burrow. I mean, I can't take Paris Johnson Jr. top 4, can I? Not when we have pretty solid tackles. I could take Bijan, I guess, but we have Christian McCaffrey. Maybe we just trade Christian and go for Bijan. Oh man, I am in a pickle now. I was so set fast, so dedicated, so one-sided on taking Jalen Carter. I didn't even consider the Jets would draft him ahead of me. I guess I should have traded up to pick number 3. I didn't think I had to. I did not think that I had to. But now we have to pivot away from Jalen Carter and go a different direction. It's a good thing now that I signed Adolphus Washington or traded for him or whatever I did to get him, because he's our backup plan. He was our backup plan. He was always going to be the backup plan. Now he's the game plan. Now he's the number one, other than Dexter Lawrence. So how do we transition from this? Do we trade the pick? Because there's some teams giving me some decent offers. Nothing otherworldly, but there are some decent trade offers I'm getting back. Obviously, a lot of the double first-round picks, the first-round pick from this year is going to be later in the first round. That makes sense. But man, I am kind of shocked the way that went down. We should probably trade with the Indianapolis Colts, right? They're giving me 2 firsts, a second and a third, and a fifth in 2029, which is 2024. So we'd have 3 first-round picks next episode, to start next episode. The Colts draft is giving me the stuff that I like. And 30 is pretty far down, though, from pick 4. I know we have the other picks as well. Man. I did not see that happen at all. I'm going to trade down with the Colts. I'm going to get a bunch of picks. The Colts are going to have pick number 4. They can get Richardson or CJ Stroud if they want, I guess. They take Paris Johnson Jr. I don't know if they have their quarterback or not. Bijan goes to Seattle. Devin Witherspoon heads to Baltimore. Tyree Wilson's in Chicago. And then Darnell Wright. And now we're back up again at number 9. So we didn't really miss out on anything that bad. And CJ Stroud is available. And this is the spot to take Peter Skoronski. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take Skoronski with this pick. And we're just going to have to figure out a game plan. We're going to have to figure out a game plan. I can trade up slightly if I want to with from the Colts pick, because they gave me, what, pick 30 or something? And they obviously have their quarterback because they have pick 30. So you're not going to... Oh, there goes CJ. Oh, to us! I wasn't watching. I was thinking about the Colts and their quarterback situation. I mean, that's good trade bait, I guess, looking on the bright side, but that's a waste of a pick. I didn't realize I was up. Oh, this has been a fumble of a draft, that's for sure. Well, nothing I can do about that. Jack Campbell still ends up in Detroit. I'm probably going to take Christian Gonzalez. Nothing I can do about that. But I guess we can use CJ Stroud as trade bait. Sam Laporta goes. Michael Mayer goes. All right, I know it's my pick. Trust me. I know it's my pick now. Oh, that's frustrating. I did not mean to simulate that pick. Okay. We gotta move. We gotta keep going. Gotta keep thinking about who's a nice pick here at the back half of the first round. Who left on this board is a first round talent? I mean, we could take Miles Murphy, but is Miles Murphy going to be much better than Max Crosby? Like, Miles Murphy could have a development trade, I guess, which would put him ahead of Crosby. But at this point, I might just take, like, Jordan Addison or something. Oh, why did I take CJ Stroud? Why did it simulate? Oh, I didn't mean to. I'm so frustrated about that. So frustrated. Do I just take another offensive lineman? Because I don't really want anybody else here. At least not in the first round. I would like a couple of these guys, but I don't really want anybody else here in the first round. So I guess I'm going to have to take an offensive lineman again. We took Skoronski. It's probably going to be either Tittman, Bergeron, or Avila. Who's the better of the three? Pretty decent for Avila. What about Bergeron? Bergeron looks like a slightly better athlete and slightly better skill-wise. And then Tittman. Tittman honestly looks the best out of the three, so I'm going to take Tittman with the final pick of the first... Well, not the final pick, but one of the final picks of the first round. And now we actually have a real center. Oh, I can't... I'm not going to forget about that, man. I can't believe I did that. I cannot believe... Anthony Richards finally goes. I cannot believe I actually did that. That's stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. Not just stupid, it's stupid, 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 stupid. We could take Keanu Benton or Gervon Dexter to be a D tackle. Because Keanu Benton is pretty much a D tackle. He's 6'4", 309. He's pretty much a D tackle. And Dexter got a little bit more athleticism. I'm gonna take Keanu Benton. He's got normal development, but so does Adolphus Washington. Maybe he can be a higher overall than Washington at tackle. Now I gotta look for a freaking CJ Stroud trade. This is probably the Trenton Simpson pick. Although, Tyreek Stevenson's also here. I have pick 5. I'm going to take Trenton Simpson. 91 speed, 95 excel. Holy crap. Trenton Simpson's a dog. That's a crazy stat line for a linebacker. For a middle linebacker. Achan's headed to Dallas. That's kind of crazy. Marte Mapu, DJ Johnson. Tyreek Stevenson's still available. So I can grab him if I want. And I do. I want Tyreek Stevenson. I like Tyreek Stevenson. So he's also got he's got the same speed and acceleration as our middle linebacker we just drafted. Think about that. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. We've got some good depth on the offensive line now. I'm going to grab Puka Nacua, get some depth on the receiving core. He doesn't have a development trait. I'm going to change that. I'm going to give him star. Puka at least deserves to have star. This draft class is obviously made before Puka had his crazy year. But I'll give him star. Nothing crazier than that. I'll give him star. So we don't really have a lot more options on the board here. Oluwatimi's still available, but he's going to have normal development almost certainly. And I think Keely Ringo's also going to have normal development. Clark Phillips is cool. Man, I can't believe I took CJ Stroud. I'm still on that. I'm never going to give up on that. That's insanity that I skipped that. Man, that was stupid. That was really, really stupid. Jalen Hyatt's still available, but I think he has normal development, and we don't really need a receiver since we took Puka. The offensive line class is pretty much gone. There's nobody else available for me that I want. At least not in the 4th round. Siaki Ika is an interesting pick. Maybe he's the D tackle replacement, but he doesn't look that good, and he's probably got normal development as well. So, I mean, I guess I could just trade out of these picks. Man, oh man. I'm just going to trade out of the picks. I don't really want anybody else. I don't really want anybody else. What do you offer me for a 4th round pick? A 3rd round pick, a 3rd round pick, a bunch of 3rd round picks in 2 years, which is, yeah, thanks. Seattle's actually giving me a 3rd round pick, but I think I just took everybody or Seattle's 3rd round picks from. No, I took the Colts. That's right. Okay, so there are some teams at least giving me some 3rd round picks from next year, so I'll take one of them probably. But who do I take? I'll take. I don't know who's good in this league anymore. I'll take. Well, Washington just got their quarterback, so I'll take Washington's 3rd round pick. They just took Bryce Young, so who knows if they're actually going to be good or not. Skip to the next pick in the 5th round. CJ Stroud. Wow, I'm actually getting 4th round picks? I'll take a 4th round pick from Tennessee. I love CJ Stroud, but it's just not the situation we need him in. If I didn't have a quarterback like Joe Burrow, I'd be over the moon that I accidentally simulated to get CJ Stroud. But the fact that I already have Joe Burrow, I don't necessarily need CJ Stroud. And I could have probably got Christian Gonzalez. Or somebody else. Doesn't have to be Christian. Could have been somebody else. I'm getting a lot of late round picks that I'm just going to not really use probably. Alright, we'll have the CPU simulate the 7th round pick. Oh, well, now we got to do a little bit of house cleaning. Now we got to trade CJ Stroud. So Puka's the highest overall. Yeah, I'm just going to give him star development. Just going to give him star because he deserves it. So Puka has star development now, and he was an 80 overall. Then we got Skoronski at 77, Stroud's a 77, Tippmann's a 73, Benton's a 73. Does he go up if I change his overall to D tackle? Because he is most certainly better fit to be a D tackle. So does he change? He goes up to a 75. So that's Adolphus Washington right there. Trenton Simpson's a 72, but remember he's got the speed. Tyreek Stevenson is 72 as well. Puka's 80. And they took Ronnie Hickman, the Rocket. So I'm fine with that. Best player in the class was Anderson Jr. with 85, Bijan 85, Witherspoon 84, Carter 83. Yeah, there's some good players in the class. Some good players in the class. Unfortunately, we didn't end up with anybody. So now what we have to do is we have to trade CJ Stroud to a team that can use him, obviously, to a team that has a quarterback. But what do we go? Do we ask for anything in return? Do we ask for anything in return? I don't know. We're going to start betting over Washington just because. And I'm going to start Ronnie Hickman over Russ East. All right, the team looks weird. It looks good, but it looks weird. Do I even have the cap room right now to trade? Okay, I do. They say we need a quarterback, but we don't. Because we have this man right here. Even though, I mean, he's got 2 years on his deal. We have CJ Stroud right there. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise that we have CJ Stroud. Because what if Joe Burrow doesn't work out? The Bears need a quarterback. They have Daniel Jones, but if we traded Brock Purdy to them, he's not a high enough overall. Drew Lock needs to probably get out of there. So Brock Purdy for a first-round pick? No. Okay, so I didn't think so. What about a second-round pick? They don't like Brock Purdy? You don't like Purdy? Purdy's not getting it done for you, Musgrove. There's George Karlaftis. Man, nobody likes the Purd man. So, should we trade CJ Stroud? Or should we keep him for in case Joe Burrow doesn't work out? Then we trade Joe Burrow for something else and we already have our quarterback. We'll keep Joe Burrow for now, or we'll keep CJ Stroud for now. We will keep CJ Stroud for now. I'm going to go and figure out the team for the preseason, and I'll catch back up with you guys when we get to week number 1. All right, we have made it to week number 1. Let's get the draft class loaded in before anything else. And I think it's this one. Is it the right one? I think this is the right one. And by right one, I mean with the right people in the right class. So obviously you got the quarterbacks, but we're not in the market for a quarterback, even though I took one. Let's see. Running backs. I like a few of these running backs. I like Bucky Irving from our Oregon series. And Braylon Allen from that Oregon series. But obviously the wide receivers are the big thing, so I'm just going to put all of them on here just because. I'm not going to probably take all these wide receivers, or maybe even any of the wide receivers. But just because I like all of them, I want to put them on here. Tight end, Brock Bowers, Jatavion Sanders, Cade Stover, Fashanu, Joe Alt. Could be a left tackle replacement, certainly. Jackson Powers Johnson, Zach Frazier, Fatanu, J.C. Latham, Fuaga. Adisa Isaac's cool. I don't know if he's going to be on the board, though. Former Buckeye Javonte Jean-Baptiste. Who else? These two guys are top guys. Brandon Dorless, Mason Smith. Could be some D-tackle replacements for sure. You know I got to put my boy Chop Robinson on there. And I'll put Tommy Eichenberg on there too, just because he's a Buckeye. Go Bucks. Who else do you want to put on there? Peyton Wilson could be good. Down the board a little bit. Oh, obviously, Steel Chambers. You guys know how I feel about Steel Chambers. I've mentioned that before. And then the corners, you got some decent corners. We'll see how the board falls, but there's some good corners in this class. It's very deep at corner, and it's very deep at wide receiver, this class is. That is for sure. That is for sure. All right, so the board has been situated. The board is figured out. We have 3 first-round picks this year. Again, we have the Colts first-round pick, we have the Raiders first-round pick, and we have our own first-round pick. How is Joe Burrow going to play? I hope a little bit better than he did last year. We are running Bengals playbook, and I think we did start to play a little bit better when we switched to Bengals playbook, because I switched it halfway through the year. So I think we did start to play a little bit better with it switched. So hopefully he does. Let's start simulating and figure it out. We'll have to figure out what to do with CJ Stroud, that's for sure. But like I said, we could obviously move Joe Burrow and have CJ Stroud be the guy. He's only 2 overall lower. So who knows? Who the F knows at this point? This has just kind of been a wild episode, and we've already lost our first 2 games. Okay. Why? I don't know. I don't know why we're losing all these games. We finally win a game against the Commanders, and that's good because we have the Commanders like 3rd-round pick or something. So I hope we keep beating them. We play the Falcons. They're 3-0 to start the year. So their rebuild has worked, and they're 4-0 because they beat us. Now we play the Chicago Bears. Duh, Bears. And we lose to them. What is happening? What is happening? Why are we bad? I don't understand it. We are a very good, very talented football team. Look at our splits. We are a great football team. Why are we losing? What could possibly be the issue? Is it Joe Burrow? Is it the playbook? Do I need to go to like Kansas City playbook or something? I'm going to go to Kansas City playbook and just see if we win games now. I have no idea why we're losing games. I am going to jump in at some point and play a game, but I have no idea why we're losing. We lost to the Panthers. What is happening? We're a 1-win football team. I don't understand what's going on. Kelsey's obviously going to go up like crazy because he's now in the Kansas City playbook, so he's going to start developing. I'm going to jump in here against Seattle. Maybe we can win? I mean, I don't understand why we're a one-win team. I really don't. I really hope that we can win this game on the road in Seattle, but I mean, a one-win team with the players that we have, it doesn't really make any sense. It's got to be the fact that Joe Burrow is just a low overall. That's got to be the thing that's holding us back. Because there's nothing else on this team that would be bad. I mean, our running back is great, a great overall. Our wide receivers are all pretty talented, great overalls. Our offensive line's all star development or superstar development and pretty good overalls. And then the defense is pretty good too. Like, I have no idea what it could be other than Joe Burrow is just a low overall. He's a sub 80. That's the only thing I can think of being the issue. And maybe it would have been the issue with Josh Allen. Maybe we'd have the same exact result, or maybe we'd be winning a bunch of games. Maybe I did make that mistake trading Josh Allen, but he just frustrated me too much. I couldn't handle it. We weren't winning the games we should have won with Josh Allen at quarterback, so I had to move on from him. Can Christian McCaffrey get in here? No, they were expecting the run, so Christian McCaffrey gets shut down. I'm going to go as Isaiah Likely here, probably. Yeah, Isaiah Likely's wide open. Touchdown. All right, Vikings on the board. The young tight end, Isaiah Likely, gets it done. Maybe we can do it again. There we go, 14-7. At the end of the half, we got a third down. They want to go slants. Let's go play action read to Kelsey here. Snap it. Fire it. Incomplete because I got hit on the throw because they brought a blitz and I had play action, so I was already slow enough. The Texans, by the way, are winless on the season. We do get the field goal, so that's good. 17-7. Keep driving down the field. 24-7. Man, we really exploded for a lot of points. We really exploded for a lot of points there in that second quarter. And now it's the fourth quarter. I'm not going to make Kelsey run a corner route. I'm just going to make him run a fade to the end zone because he should be open. And I hate Madden so much, man. I hate Madden so much. I went for an aggressive catch. I pressed aggressive catch. It might even have showed on the screen that I pressed an aggressive catch. But because the ball was to the outside of Kelsey, he didn't animate for it, and it went for an interception. This game sucks. But it looks like we are going to get the win, so I guess I can't get mad too much, even though it does give Joe Burrow another interception. 357 and 3 touchdowns, though, is pretty darn good. Pretty good for Joe Burrow. Maybe Kansas City playbook is what he needs. We get some big upgrades for Tyreek Stevenson and Dre Greenlaw. I really hope that Max Crosby's going to develop. I mean, what's going on with you, Max? Can you please be good for me? What's happening here? We lose again. Why? We beat the Bucks. The heck is happening? We've got so much talent. How are we losing? I'm so confused on how we're not better than what we've been simulating. We should be a perennial playoff team. And yet we're sitting here doing nothing. Sitting here doing nothing. Oh, man. Let's keep going. Let's keep on going, because why not? I don't even want to look at player negotiations. I don't want to know who needs a new contract. We lose again. Why? What is happening? Is it really Joe Burrow? We beat the Browns, who were just as bad as us, so that's not really that much of a win. Why are we losing games? I don't understand it. $17 million. Dexter Lawrence needs a new contract. Why, Dexter? Okay, so this year's free agency is not, or this year's players that need new contracts is not overly crazy. There are a couple guys right here that I would like to bring back, but we're obviously not going to have the money to be able to do that. We can really only pick one of them. We don't have a player at the position to mentor Rashawn Gary, and he wants to be in a warm weather state. Well, I'm sorry, Dexter. You play in Minnesota. Get over it. But let me go see if I can get a mentor at the position for Rashawn Gary. Maybe that'll help it go a little bit. So he's playing at right outside linebacker. Is there a mentor at the position in free agency? Come on, show me a mentor. Show me a mentor. Nobody's got the mentor tag at right outside linebacker. What about left? I can just turn them into a left. Or turn them into... So Nick Perry. Nick Perry has mentor. Sign Nick Perry for a season. Or for half a season, I guess. Turn him to a right outside linebacker. And that should work, right? So, hold on. Let me go to the roster. Go to left outside linebackers. Go to Nick Perry. Edit player. Turn him into a right outside linebacker. And then that should count as a mentor at the position. Because he had mentor tags, so don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Maybe I just... Okay, I'm gonna give it 1 week. I'm gonna simulate. Or I'm gonna jump in and play this game against Steelers. Because I want to. But Cam Curl has not really developed. That's kind of sad, actually. Bradley Roby's a 68. Sorry, Brad. I love you. But you're going to get cut. You're going to get got. All right, so let's jump in, play against the Steelers, maybe get another win, and then figure out the whole Rashawn Gary mentor thing. Okay, let's get this done. Joe Burrow, I need you to be good. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm asking for you to be the Heisman quarterback that you were in college. Can I fire that into Kelsey? No, I can't because I got hit on the throw. I might have been able to hit Kelsey there. That might have worked if I didn't get hit. Who knows? Who knows? Snap it. Underneath, you go to Diggs. I didn't realize it was an option to choose to stop or keep going. That's why I threw it to Diggs. Because I thought he was going to keep going. He had a lot of room. Diggs again. He holds on. That was a risky one. That was a risky one. Give the ball to McCaffrey. Maybe McCaffrey can get some opening. Yes, he can. He squeezes through. Christian McCaffrey. Huge run. I didn't think that was going to work at all. That was awesome. I really did not think that was going to work, but he squeezed through the hole, and he exploded for a big gain. I pressed the wrong button there. I was completely looking at Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I pressed Y instead of A, because I'm good. Okay, let's roll out of the pocket here. Fire that in. That's going to be an incomplete pass and controller disconnected. It's almost a 1-2 punch. Why is Joe Burrow overthrowing a wide open receiver? The world may never know. How do you do that? How does one overthrow a wide open receiver? You're an NFL quarterback. Hit your targets, big dog. What are you doing? Josh Allen did the same thing, though, so that's why I traded him. Stephon Diggs underneath. 4th and 1. We're going to go for this clearly because I'm not a baby. I'm a big dog. Big dogs go for 4th downs. That was a risky throw. If that was online, if that was all Madden, or if that was Ultimate Team, that gets picked off instantly. I almost didn't even mean to throw that. That's a good throw and a good catch. Amon-Ra, catch on the run. He gets down to the 2. The sun god delivers. Is the QB draw stupid here? Probably. But I'm going to run it because I'm a psycho. QB draw. Oh, it's very stupid play. Why did I run the QB draw? I know the QB draw is stupid. Why did I even think that it was going to be a good play? That's just a waste of a down right there. Why would I ever think the QB draw was going to be good? Wide open, Terry McLaurin, touchdown. Vikings lead in Heinz Field against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, I know it's called stupid Acrisure Stadium or whatever. It'll always be Heinz Field to me. Just like the Browns, or the Bengals Stadium, or is it the Browns Stadium? One of the two. Whatever one was called Paul Brown Stadium. It'll always be Paul Brown. We're leading 14-0, 17-0 now. 17-3, 17-6, 24-6, 24-13 into the fourth quarter. Steelers are starting to come back here. They're getting a lot of unanswered points. I don't know what's going on here. I don't like it. 3rd and 7. Maybe a flank under. Oh, Kelsey's got nobody on him. Hold on. Travis Kelce wide open. I mean, it doesn't get much more simple than that. I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? It does not get much more simple than that type of throw. Is a halfback screen dumb from the 6? We're going to find out. We are going to find out. Here we go. Halfback screen, and it didn't even get to McCaffrey. It hit off of either the lineman's head or that guy got up and knocked it down. I didn't really see exactly what happened, but we do get the field goal, 27-21. We win. We hold on against the Steelers. They actually made a scary comeback there at the end. 316 and 2 touchdowns. So Burrow's putting up the yards. He's just not putting up the wins to go along with it, except for, I mean, we did win that game. But overall in the season, he's not putting up the yards, the wins that we need. Puka gets an upgrade. Oh, man. Let's keep winning, boys. Let's do it. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm just asking to do what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, that's right. I need to check the mentor tag thing. Did it work? It didn't work. You have a mentor. You have a player at the position. You're playing right outside linebacker. And Nick Perry has mentor tag. He does. Trust me. It says bridge player / mentor. That is a mentor tag. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm fine. I'm not mad. Not mad at all. Just slightly peeved because we can't win a football game. We beat Denver. We play the Bears. The Bears are bad just like us. Beat them. Thank you. 7-9. Burrow's an 81. I need Burrow to be a 91. The Bengals are 11-4. Oh my God, they're gonna kill us, aren't they? They're gonna absolutely kill us. We won 34-28. How are we winning these games now? Why couldn't we have done this at the beginning of the season? Why do we have so many unnecessary losses? It doesn't make any sense to me. Are we gonna beat the Saints? We do. We finished 9-8. We could have made the playoffs if we just won games earlier in the season. Oh, that's so frustrating. We could have won. We could have got to the playoffs if we just would have won. If we wouldn't have lost those unnecessary games at the beginning of the season. We started like, what, 0-3 or something? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This team. This team is sucky. It's Steelers and Falcons. Hey, we just beat the Steelers, and now they go and they play in the Super Bowl. Look at that. Well, would you looky there. All right, I can't simulate this game, though, without losing our cap space. Adjust the lineup. Burrow, Stroud. Stroud's a 78. Burrow's an 81. I think it's time for Amon-Ra to be the #1 receiver. I wonder how our defense did. Max Crosby still doesn't go up. What are you doing, Max? How do you know? I'm changing your overall. I don't care. You're going to be a higher overall. You are way too good to not develop. You've been starting for like 14 years. How are you not any higher of an overall? So we'll bump up your awareness. Give you a little bit more strength. and will make you slightly better at all these different positions or all these different stats down here. So a little bit better tackling, a little bit better block shed, power moves slightly up, man coverage slightly up, pursuit slightly up. All right. And hold on, you're going to have star development too. Because it's my channel, I can do what I want. So there you go. Max Crosby developed. Max Crosby. Maybe that'll be the kick in the pants to get him higher overall. Who knows? But it just feels like this was a wasted season. It just feels like we didn't do anything. Nobody changed the development trait. Nobody really got that much better. Joe Burrow goes up like, what, 2 overall during the season? Puka got a little bit better, which is nice. But it feels like it was a waste. It feels like it was a wasted season. Nobody did anything. And then here we are at the end of the year. Same spot we were when I started the video. Same spot we were when I started. I don't know if I should restructure any contracts or not. I probably should, right? Let's restructure Stephon Diggs. We'll restructure Myles Garrett. We'll restructure Christian. Sister Christian. We'll restructure Terry's. I don't want to get too crazy, though. Restructure Hassan Reddick. All right, that's $49 million. That's $49 million freed up. And that's actually $124 million. So even now that we have to overpay, we can still get both of these guys back. And probably somebody else, too. So let's pay Rashawn Gary. Slightly overpay him. 5 seasons. Rashawn Gary is back. $104 million. Dexter Lawrence. Got to overpay you as well. Because you want to be in a warm weather state and you're just not going to get that. And he'd sign today. That's bad. We bring Josh Uche back. The fact that Travis Kelce wants this amount of money is kind of crazy. He didn't even accept it either. The audacity. The absolute audacity. All right, it's Dexter. It is Dexter. We got T. Higgins back. It's Dexter and Travis Kelce, really. But Travis Kelce is not like the biggest deal. I'd like to bring him back, but I guess I gotta simulate to the after the Super Bowl. Who's gonna win the Super Bowl? It is the Falcons. The Falcons get the job done. Congratulations. Dwayne Haskins, rest in peace. He gets the Super Bowl MVP for the Falcons. Good job. Russell Wilson, MVP of the league. Kellen Moore is the coach of the Bengals, and he won Coach of the Year. All right. Zeke is the Offensive Player of the Year for the Bears. Roquan Smith, Defensive Player of the Year for the Eagles. Bijan gets Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Seahawks. And Tuli Tuipoloto is your Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Cardinals. Man, I really wish we would have won this Super Bowl right here. If we would have just won that Super Bowl against the Bengals, everything would have been fine. Josh Allen wouldn't have got traded. We would be good to go. But now we sit here with negative $40 million in the available budget. And players that are just simply frustrating. I think I got everybody that needed an option, right? Yeah, okay. Everybody that needed an option got accepted. Oh, I can't even bring back use check. Well, we'll see what happens next episode. I'm going to leave that for future juice. I'm too frustrated with how this team played. I'm far too frustrated with how this team played to go any further. So we will move on to the next episode. If you enjoyed, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.